Good evening. Welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary. Here we bring you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. Friends, the Northeast region of India is blessed with thick growth of bamboos which fills the landscape with jade hues. Bamboo has been used since ages here to build various useful household items, ranging from furniture to doors to utensils. Today we shall talk about how bamboo bottles are being produced and marketed in Tripura. We will also go over to the Mechuka town of Arunachal Pradesh to see what makes this place special. The making of bamboo-based furniture and utensils have been in practice for a long time in many northeastern states. In recent years, Tripura has presented a unique product, bamboo bottles, which have hit the market all over the country. For more details, let us go over to our correspondent from Agartala.
The bamboo bottle was initially designed and developed 2 years back by the Bamboo and Can Development Institute VCDI of Agartala at the behest of Northeast Center for Technology Application and Research, NECTAR. Since its advent, the product created a huge demand from the public. Also, its finishing and eye-catching looks generated huge demand in the market. During these 2 years, good marketing has been carried out at different levels by the state government and the NECTAR and VCDI. As a result, many central PSUs like ICAR, ISRO have placed repeated demands for bamboo bottles. Orders are pouring out from abroad too. As 2 years of this innovation pass by now, the bamboo bottles has required more diversification in quality upgradation. According to the officials, the VCDI has taken up the challenge to move further innovation for fast-track production and quality upgradation. Head of VCDI Tripura, Avinav Khan, said that initially when bamboo bottle was launched, the products were 100% handmade. However, as the production process needs to be streamlined, gradually they have developed some machines and technology-driven processes to increase productivity and also in the finishing of the product. All necessary training is being given to the unemployed youth and women on making the bamboo bottles, which helps the unemployed youths and artisans tap on the immense possibilities that this product has. Talking to AIR News, Mr. Khan further said,
As my institute, Northeast Center for Technology Application and Research under Department of Science and Technology, we have given a letter to various government agencies for this innovative bamboo product, and we are getting a very good response. We are also looking towards supplying of processed material to the handicraft artisans so that they can do assembly part. Later on, the final branding and finishing can be done. This can again increase the production, and we keep on giving training to the local youth, unemployed people, and there is a huge possibility that the youth can utilize the local material, that is bamboo, for making a value-added product. In a nutshell, we can say that with the inclusion of technology, we have streamlined the manufacturing process so that the final product has a better finish and has better acceptability.
Officials said presently there are 3 registered designs in the name of Tripura, and VCDI has also submitted a proposal for a patent for its manufacturing process of bamboo bottles. For Northeast Diary, this is Rina Nongmaitem from Agartala.
Nagaland Legislative Assembly, NLA, has become the first in the country to have operationalized the National E-Vidhan Application or NEVA program. Our Kohima correspondent gives us more details about this National E-Vidhan application.
The northeastern states of Nagaland created history by becoming the first state assembly in the entire country to implement NEVA program to become completely paperless. The initiative came about during the budget session of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, which commenced on 19th of March 2022. The Assembly Secretariat has attached a tablet or e-book on each table in the 60 members assembly. Speaker of Nagaland, Sharingan Longkumar, said e-book installed in the NLA is the medium through which the member will be using the NEVA application in the assembly in pursuit to the paperless assembly.
Nagaland Legislative Assembly is the first in the country to have reached this important milestone of operationalizing the NEVA system. Similar system outside the framework of NEVA has been in operation in the states of Himachal Pradesh, and similar efforts have been made by the other state assemblies. Eventually, in the short run itself, we would have achieved one of its targets of bringing about a paperless assembly. Once the other assemblies also implement it, all assemblies and the Parliament of India will be networked together effectively. This is a project which is funded by the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, Government of India, with a 10% state share generously extended by the Honorable Chief Minister.
NIVA is a Unicode-compliant software app having provision for easy access to various documents like list of questions, list of business reports, etc. bilingually with English and any regional language. This application is spearheading the principle of one nation, one application with the objective of cloud first and mobile first to serve members first. For Northeast Diary, this is Asanyo from AIR News, Kohima.
The beautiful town of Mechuka in Shi Yomi district of Arunachal Pradesh is one of the most sought-after destinations in the state. A report.
Near Indo-China border, Mechuka is one of the most sought tourist destinations in the state because of its remote location and exquisite natural beauty. The first glimpse of Mechuka gives the impression of a place frozen in time, an extensive flat land amidst mountains of brown and green, garlanded by snow-clad peaks on three sides, and Yargapchu River meandering its way over the vast plain dotted with colorful houses. Mechuka is inhabited primarily by the Memba tribe. These peoples are followers of Buddhism. They have lived here for centuries, as a result of which the Membas has a rich cultural and mythological heritage. Mechuka itself is believed to have been blessed into existence by Guru Rinpoche, the 8th century saint who is revered by many as the second Buddha. The Buddhists in and around the region refer to the town as Nehnang, meaning pilgrimage. Mechuka's holy associations are believed to have been endowed its snowmelt with medicinal properties. Hence, the name Mechuka, where men is medicine, Chu is water, and Ka is snow. Myth and spirituality pervades all aspects of life in Mechuka, and as such, the symbols abound in and around the place. Some 15 kilometers away from Mechuka town is the Tapostan, meaning place of penance, or Pemo Subhu, as the locals call it. They believe that Guru Rinpoche once meditated here. Interestingly, the same spot is also considered sacred by a Sikh contingent of the Indian Army stationed there, who believe that Guru Nanak, founder of the Sikh religion, had an encounter with a wild bear here and overpowered him with his spiritual powers. The army has built a Gurudwara to immortalize the story and operate a community kitchen which provides langar or free food every day between noon and 2 p.m. Another spot of spiritual significance of the Membas is Lalung, which means God's place, and is believed to be the cradle of human settlement in the region. While places of spiritual and religious significance abound, Mechuka is also a paradise for those wishing to spend some tranquil time by themselves. Though Mechuka is beautiful in any season, a good time to visit is during the Sonam Losar festival in January. Freshly painted houses, colored prayer flags, people in traditional costumes and cultural programs that highlight the tribe's rich heritage all make it come alive. Mechuka is connected both by road and airways. There is twice a week helicopter service under Udan scheme of Government of India to Mechuka. For Northeast Diary, this is Rakesh Tole, AIR News, Itanagar.
Meghalaya government has launched a series of initiatives and programs to help budding startup businesses. A report.
Meghalaya government has been creating various platforms or launchpad through its agencies and other institutes. The Institute of Hotel Management, Shillong, while doing its part to boost the startup culture in the state, has been providing free of cost training to youths on how to venture into the bakery industry. This initiative has been drawing several participants to the training program. While the bakery industry has been seen to be a lucrative one, people are often unguided and have less information on how to begin a home-based bakery business. This is the gap that IHM Shillong aims to bridge through its training program. The training program is conducted in collaboration with the Northeastern Council with the IHM Shillong at free of cost. On completion of the training, the trainees are also provided with financial assistance and other equipments that would facilitate the startup process.
In this training program, the students do not have to pay anything. What they will get back is 1,000 rupees as stipend and their lunch on duty, and also they are getting their course materials. We have come across their success stories where they have started their own business and they have started catering to the people in Shillong and outside also, either through online or offline.
The efforts put in by the government could someday in the near future change the livelihoods and the financial well-being of the citizens of this state. This is Rustam for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Shillong.
The Swachhata Abhiyan aims at making the whole country, all its habitations and workplaces clean and hygienic. One of the targets has been to become free from the practice of open defecation in rural areas. And presently, all states are working to achieve Open Defecation Free Plus status. We have a report from Mizoram on its journey to make its villages Open Defecation Free Plus villages.
Mizoram is presently on its mission to achieve ODF Plus status, and to fulfill this goal, work is continuing in full swing, especially with the spirit of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The work seemingly are at war footing space. Officials of the state SBM Gramin in PHE department said that every village council having its own Gram Sabha is working under the fold of cleanliness drive or Swachhta Hi Seva. These initiatives include measures to reduce single-use plastic and management of solid and liquid waste. This was initially started first in Kolasip district, followed by all districts. Presently, 6 plastic waste management centers have started working at different villages, which may increase to 9 centers soon. Talking to AIR News, Mission Director of SBM Gramin, Mr. Tong Nuna, shares his thoughts over the progress of the state.
So in Mizoram, most of the rural community are so much aware on cleanliness that implementation of the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin 2 appears to be not much of a challenge due to the impact of concerted initiative taken by various government departments and the NGOs. You will see that most of the villages in Mizoram are very clean already. Implementation of Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin Phase 2 requires dovetailing the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin funds, 15 Finance Commission funds and Manrega funds. Seeing this, the Chief Secretary has taken up constitution of high-level coordination committee to coordinate the stakeholder departments. So the implementation of Swachh Bharat Mission Phase 2 is smoothly going on with the support of these stakeholder departments like PHE department, rural department and local administration department. I am very hopeful that Mizoram could achieve our goal again before the national timeline of 2nd October 2025.
Meanwhile, 2 villages, namely South Mao Buang in Aizawl district and Leng village in Sertiv, have become ODF Plus, where all households are free from open defecation. South Mao Buang village has also been declared as the model ODF Plus village. Officials said that all households and institutions in South Mao Buang village have functional toilets and measures in place for effective management of solid and liquid waste. All households of the village have fulfilled all the criteria of SBM Gramin Phase 2 guidelines. The entire village, with a population of 649 individuals, had been involved towards achieving this status. For Northeast Diary with Subhashis Chanda, Irene from Aizawl.
Enchi Monastery, located on the outskirts of Gangtok, is an important place of religious interest and a popular site to spend time away from the busy city. The place of worship also adds heritage value to Sikkim's state capital. We have a report.
Inche Monastery is around 200 years old. Inche, meaning a solitary temple, is believed to be blessed by Lama Drupthup Karpo, a renowned exponent of Tantric art in Buddhism with flying power. Karpo is believed to have initially set up a small gompa, after which he flew from Mayna Mainam Hill in South Sikkim to this site. The current structure of the monastery was constructed during the reign of Namgyal, ruler of Sikkim Siddhakong Tulku between 1909 and 1910. Gangtok-based senior journalist Nita Niras speak about the monastery's significance.
Spiritual heritage is maintained by the monasteries to a great extent. The Buddhist heritage has been conserved by those to a large extent. Monks are looked up for guidance by Buddhists in Sikkim. They mostly live in monasteries. Our heritage is our identity. Inche is one of those. It was first built in 1840. The mythical flying monk Chuktok Karpo is said to have landed at the top of the hillock, where his disciples built a monastery in the style of a hut for hermits. He was popular as the white sage, also implied by his title. The monastery was rebuilt subsequently into 2 stories, Gumpa in 1908, destroyed by earthquake in 2011, only to be rebuilt into 4-storied. In 1908, the Chogyal Dharam Raja Thutup Namgyal supported the construction. In 2011, democratic government in the state got the renovation done in the monastery. I wish monks go into solitary retreat for half a month, said the Buddha once. This subsequently led to creation of infrastructure for monasteries in solitary sites. The monasteries were built as homes for hermits to begin with, but presently they build big buildings. Inche also has similar history. It was built in a solitary place where lamas or monks today stay and pray to different deities, passing the legacy of Buddha. Once anyone, devotee or tourist reaches there, very soothing and peaceful atmosphere is experienced. Inche Gumpa Monastery has a beautiful, spacious hall adorned by altars and idols, bequeathing religious practices relevant to current society. The entry doors are made in traditional style, painted in with red with a ring each side, adorned with carved metal dragons on both sides. Interior is painted by artists conveying the religious stories from scriptures. The deities, lotus and guards of deities help followers to learn the religion of their ancestors. Mythical fairies are there too. The Gumpa, the site of wonderful heritage, has a great cultural influence, traditional and impact on way of life through monks. The monks in Inche Gumpa study the scripts in unbound pack of books helped by senior monks and themselves also. They have English language classes relevant to current times. The Gumpa has a number of prayer wheels from main entrance to the upper lawn and a big one at the second entrance. Anyone entering is supposed to rotate wheels from right side. It is anticipated to spread dharma. We see a huge idol of Buddha, Guru Rinpoche Padma Sambhava, Doma with 4 arms, Tara Devi. It gives historical knowledge about the religion and symbolic concepts. We see butter lamps burning all the time, silver bowls with fresh water every day. Only a glimpse of these is said to come as blessings to the person involved. And donation boxes there. The god figures used to get alms, so this has been followed by present generation of monks also. The monastery is a repository of experts on traditional festivals. Monks perform mass dances, cham, during Losung, the harvest festival, mostly around December and January every year. They dress up like gods and demons and perform Buddhist beliefs in the premises of the Gumpa. This heritage is being conserved, being in the secular democratic country.
Inche Monastery offers a spot of peace for city dwellers while hosting multiple religious occasions including the vibrant and colorful cham or marks dance. It also remains a hot spot on Gangtok tourist trail. With Saikat Sarkar, this is Diliram Dulal for Northeast Diary from AIR News Gangtok.
Today, we bring to you an interview with Rahul Kumar Das, Managing Director, Assam State Transport Corporation. Interviewing him is Manas Pratim Sarma.
In this episode, we are joined by the Managing Director of ASTC, that is Assam State Transport Corporation, Sri Rahul Chandra Das. Welcome to the services of Northeast Area.
Thank you very much.
Would you please tell us how STC is performing in terms of development of Assam?
Yeah, look, STC as a STU, it's a State Transport Corporation, where it was previously run by the government, but afterwards in 1970 it got the corporation status. So after that, STC has been a lifeline for the Assamese people. And by the logo, that is the rhino of STC, is like an emotional connect with the people. After inclusion of many new buses, many modern buses, the presence of STC is little felt, but still in many areas in all over Assam, STC is still been accepted as the base means of communication and still prefer STC services, and we are performing our services as with dedication till now. And during the period of COVID, the presence of STC had made significance because many private operators didn't operate during that time, but our staffs, our people with our buses had applied 24/7, helped the people a lot. It helped in moving people from district to district, even it carried people from other states. So it had a huge impact, and definitely it added to the development of the state.
What are the initiatives being taken by you after becoming managing director of ASTC?
The transition period is very tough because last year I took over as MD STC, and that period was still under the COVID regime. And as we all know that the communication conveyance, we run on buses. STC get profits from the earning on flying of buses only, and we are recovering from the losses, and now we are little bit in track. But still, as you know, almost all STUs in this country, almost every STUs is loss making, but still we are providing service throughout, and we are providing with a reasonable rate. We are not charging extra like many private operators are charging. So we are not going against the rules. We are not allowing cargoes as private buses are doing illegally. So we are abiding the rules because we are under a government undertaking, and we are following, and we are also providing our services during bunch, chakka bunch, where private operators are not operating. So we are helping the government in all possible ways. At the same time, the commuters also. So in the event of any bunch where people have to come to office, so the STC is the only carrier on road, you'll find. So like that we are continuing with the service. Yes, after the initiative, if I say, we started more with the PSUs because the public service, the utility, because we are like a public utility service. We cannot earn profit from running buses with the commuters only. So we started more business with the public sector undertakings, like All India, we have ONGC. So it has been started by the predecessor. We have continued that trend, and recently we have, for the first time, we have tied up with Oil India few months back. We have given few buses to them, and we are in the run to get more buses. We asked them for at least 20%. ONGC also, ONGC, they have appreciated our effort. We are, even during the COVID, we have done all the services properly, giving them 24/7 services. Service offering to the PSU has been remarkable, and we are getting good amount of revenue from that. That is around 25 to 30% we are getting from the public sector. We are continuing with our effort to get more so that the revenue earning gets a boost. In addition to that, we have now trying to get everything digitalized. We have tied up with Amtron, and we are trying to make a one-cut system, and trying to barcode the tickets also. We have been taking it within Guwahati only, so we are trying to get it all over Assam. Digitize the whole system to stop the revenue pilferages. So we are in the process of doing that. And as per directive of our Honorable CM, we have also in the process of engaging a consultancy firm to monetize our assets. The land monetization is because we have many lands all over in the prime locations, and that we are going to monetize that. That is as per our direction, and because our CM has also a vision that STC needs to be a profit making within the next 2 years. So we are in the process of making that. We are also trying to get more private buses into our domain, so that they collaborated and will get more revenue from them. Apart from that, we have tried to get the cooperation of the private operators also. We hope that we can be profitable as per the vision of Honorable CM.
And recently you have placed into services Mercedes buses in Guwahati. How is the response to that?
Actually, the response is very, very nice because we have now shifted to the Mercedes to everywhere. Earlier buses is very old, almost 5 to 8 years old. The Mercedes is very new, but they have a very good demand. We have given to many of the districts now. We are flying the airport service with Mercedes, but now it is the Mercedes service has been given to many other areas also. In far-flung areas like Lakhimpur, Dhubri, the Mercedes has been flying. People are also getting the luxury service of Mercedes-Benz. So we are getting good response with that, and people are liking it.
And what are the challenges you think you have faced after taking cells?
Yeah, there are lots of challenges, but yes, there are lots of help from government side also, lots of assistance from government side also. Challenges are definitely there because we became a zero earning STU after COVID. Last 2 years, COVID made us totally loss-making corporation, and at the same time, we have to pay salary to all our staff that we have to do. So government has helped a lot, the salary support at least, most of the time during the COVID times. And after also, they are also supporting us. Now we are in a state that we can have at least 40 to 50% income from our own, in addition to the salary support by the government. Challenges apart from that, there are many private buses running illegally here. The enforcement needs to be more tight. We have appealed to them to come under our umbrella. That should be one umbrella. That would help garner more revenue also. And yes, we have fund crunch definitely, but with the inclusion of more PSUs, we can overcome this also. And after the land monetization, most of the lands, because we have many lands in prime location, but we don't have fund to make boundary walls also. So we have sought government have also to make at least the boundary walls, the bus stations, because our bus stations are also in very bad shape. We have taken up the challenges well.
How are you going to help tourism sector, in promoting Assam tourism?
As a corporation, we have to collaborate with government, definitely. And any scheme that government will take, definitely we have to provide it. And for tourism, definitely our buses are flying everywhere. And recently, the last assembly, we have seen that there was an announcement on creating a tourism circuit, like placing buses from Khatras. So this will definitely help the state. And in the long run, if with the government support, we'll definitely plan for a tourism circuit with our buses so that people can avail more benefit, basically the rural people, and then they can visit the religious or spiritual sites as per their convenience with a low rate.
And one or two initiatives that you like to implement in coming days?
We are in the process of digitizing the STC. We are trying to place boom bar, actually the barrier like FASTag in these gates. Now we have many revenue pilferages because these are all manually done. We are trying to implement that initially. Then we are planning to make a digital card. Then we are trying to make a software for booking every private buses under our banner so that we can keep track on them. Simultaneously, we are going with an initiative of involving more PSUs to our umbrella. And thirdly, the monetization is going simultaneously. And these three will definitely make SPC profitable.
And you have given us time. Thank you again.
Thank you very much.
And before we sign off, we bring to you this lovely Bengali folk song from Tripura.
দিনকি আমার এমনি যাবে বইয়া তাকে পার ঘাটাতে তুমি পারেন না দিন বন্ধু রে আমার দিনকি এমনি যাবে বইয়া আমি দিন ভিখারি পারের করি ফেলাইছি হারাইয়া দিন বন্ধু রে দিনকি আমার
And with this, we come to the end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Do tune in next week to hear some more enchanting stories from the Northeast region of India. Bye bye.
কত জনায় নিলে তুমি জানেতে বায়া রে বন্ধু ও জানিতে বায়া
This program was presented by Anuja Kumar, scripted by Suparna Saikia, produced by Sharmila Goswami and assisted by Kamlesh Mudgal. It was brought to you by the News Services Division of All India Radio.